And we're back to learning Inkscape in the year day 109. You might be asking yourself, when should I actually use the bucket fill tool when you can just use the fill color to change the color of objects? Well, let me give you a simple example. This one uses a negative shape. So if we create, for example, a graph, something like this, pretty sure you've seen that sometime in your school years. We now have a shape, but it's a negative shape. So we can't just select the area below the curve right here. And if we use the fill for the curve itself, it will only connect the anchor points and we still have this empty area to fill the graph. What we can do is we can create a helper shape like this. We give it a fill, put it to bottom, and then we select this and the graph, and then we use the binary operations. I've talked about that, and you have to trick a little bit around. You have to copy shapes and you have to delete certain parts, split certain parts. You can already see this a little bit complex. It's way easier just to use the paint bucket tool, make your foreground color the color that you need, and then left click on the empty shape. And now this area is fully colored, but fully was actually a lie. If we zoom in, you can see there's still this white area. And it's a simple thing that you need to watch out for. It's determined via the threshold right here. In simple terms, the threshold basically determines what pixels are seen as neighboring pixels. And this is then used to find the correct edges and the right border, you could say. It goes up to 100, and 100 is in the highest threshold. And sometimes you actually have to press Ctrl Z and reapply it. So in this case, 100 still gave us a white area. But if I press Ctrl Z and I do it again with 100 at a different zoom level, now everything's fine. So this is a big parameter that you want to watch out for when you want to recolor these negative shapes. And as I've said, it's way easier, way quicker than trying to mess around with these binary operations, having to copy stuff. So this would be one use case for the bucket fill tool in Inkscape. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.